Eric Sutton here with the T.RS.Project. Um, After an autocross this weekend, Houston Region SCCA, was watching some videos and just doing some comparisons. Did a little side by side with Daniel McKelvey. And while I was looking at it, it gave me an idea to go ahead and try to make a video about a little bit about the experience from doing instructing during the event and then doing the runs and then watching these videos. It really seems like there might be some learning opportunities for me, but also for others, and maybe hope to serve as a bit of a some instructing and coaching, some ways to approach courses and best ways to get through design lines, things like that. So I thought I'd just kind of do kind of a stop and go through these videos and just kind of talk it through. So let's get started here. Really awesome course, and looking forward to showing it to you. So I guess I'll post this on YouTube and then post the links to the original videos. And still need to get Daniel's okay to do this, but he should be pretty cool with it. But all right, so so side by side, using this little tool here, and try to get them linked up so that they're pretty similar. We cross the line, so we come up here. The first thing I'm going to do is stop it right about here. One thing that we noticed a lot of people doing is, instead of using this distance over here on the left-hand side, all the way up against the wall. This was really our goal. So we would look at this at the start line, look all the way up to this wall, and this was going to be our place to set ourselves up for really the widest open arcing line into this little section here. You see both cars. We got Miata here and big Porsche turbo here. So all right, we'll go ahead and press play here. And one thing I wanted to just look at, I wanted to see where Dan's line was setting up over here, wide or just going straight for the short line around. I think he's in a little bit more narrow for an entry versus me setting up just a little bit wider and then kind of trail braking down and in. But you notice right there, both of us holding a nice tight line as much as possible. I couldn't hold the middle quite as easily as Dan did here. He's really tight to the inside, cutting as much distance as possible. Harder to see in my car just with the camera position. But look here, we're really getting much closer, but getting really tight into these cones. Look where we end up when we finish this 180. It's more up against these walls. Right here, I'm set up all the way to the left-hand side. Dan's going to do the same. So it sets us up for a nice wide entry into what is one of the tighter turns on the course, but it sets up this S curve coming up ahead. All right, so we get the dirt turned done early, getting turned in early, and then here, this was an interesting piece where, it's, we got to do another 180, but what I did was I let the car come out just a little bit in the middle and then line up this exit to try to get a little bit of speed. See what Dan does here. He kind of holds a more even arc through there. I kind of slid out a little bit more than I wanted there, but importantly, we're trying to line up this exit and line up what is a good strong corner exit with throttle and speed. Dan was really focusing a little bit more on momentum. I was focusing a little bit more on exit. Look here, this session right here. Both of us, I'm coming far wide to the left as I accelerate out, and this sets up the widest arc that you can through here. And I basically just use this cone, I just avoid it, but I start to turn in over here and avoid this and create an entire arc all the way around this corner. Check this out. Dan does the same. So we were able to carry a lot of speed through this section. Dan even more than me. This section. Oops, much. It's back, I guess. Let's watch a side by side. Left. See, I peeked it out right here, turned it in harder. Set up far to the left, turn in, make it a little bit longer. Alright, try to pause somewhere in here. This is where another section where you really had to give up this corner and stay really, really tight and set up this whole section onto this back big open like a skid pad sweeper section. You set it up on this corner for the whole section that's all the way up ahead, and here's why. You stay in tight on this side. This is off camber, super dirty, but leads into so this left-hander leads into a right-hander to hold tight and then lines up a good entry onto a big fast sweeper. So we want to carry as much speed onto that sweeper as possible and not have to slow down. So we want to straighten our line through here. So you'll see, check this out. We hold far to the left and then set up far inside, hold the inside. Turn in early and hold all the way down to the inside. So what that does for both of us is we were able to get on the throttle and straight line that little kink section right before this little skid pad, sweeper section, to carry as much speed through there as possible. So we minimized that turn, straightened it out, carried that speed through, got on the throttle a little bit sooner than you would otherwise. This was another section where people were treating this as like a braking section, but we arced our way in. We basically just lift, just a little lift through here, and it's a nice open exit to line you up ahead. Watch this, right here. You see where I'm set up a little bit wide, still turning. I let the car come out to the outside, so I carried that speed all the way through. And then once I see this open up, I'm able to really start getting on the throttle. There's the throttle right there. I had to do a little bit of a lift. You see Dan's got this lined up. He's going to backside this cone right here, and he's already set up. He's going to end up hitting third gear in his Miata here. All right. That's what I'm talking about. You see I was pretty excited about that. Dan was going faster all day and was really pushing and really motivated me to keep pushing, even though it was really, really hot. I was having trouble with hot tires. And at any rate, I hope that was helpful to just walk through some of the key sections and the placement of the car and why. But one of the really interesting things that I thought was, I don't know, I thought it was really fascinating just to see the comparison between the two cars and how very similar we were setting up every single section. A lot of people talk about the power course versus, the momentum course. Really, look, we've got two opposite cars carrying, effectively mostly the exact same lines with very minimal differences. And so hopefully you kind of got to see maybe some of the reasons behind that. Would love to hear maybe some more comments. Tell me what didn't make sense. Anyway, hopefully this helps. Maybe it's a good thing, but it was really helpful for me to be able to walk through this and kind of rehash the course. So, all right, talk to you guys later. Thanks.